Okay. Hey, Dragon Eyes Band, how's it going? Hey there. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Dragon Age Origins. I'm Nerdronock, and it's been a hot fucking minute. But yeah. Don't mind me if I just take some of your stuff. Yeah, so we're in Lothering. We're here to basically pass through, gather forces for the, so we can defeat the dark spawns. Oh, thank you. And, yeah, it's been a hot fucking minute.
We found someone sleeping in our fields, in the hay.
No favorable quest this time.
Sorry, I can't talk. I must watch over these wagons.
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left.
Are you, you're closed?
We turn none aside, but we simply don't have room for anyone to sleep. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all.
Who's in charge of this Chantry?
The revered Mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Bryant heads the Templars stationed here.
Did you know there were bandits on the highway?
Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Bryant will appreciate that.
Have you heard any news?
Not since Tairn Logain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else.
Goodbye.
Make a watch over you.
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us.
Are you here to see the Reverend Mother too?
The who?
The head of this chantry. She's very busy, but I think she's free now. I came to ask for a blessing. With my family abandoning the farm to flee north, we'll need all the grace the Maker can offer. Well, good luck to you. I need to get underway. If I'm lucky, I'll make it back to the farmhold by nightfall.
You do that.
Yes? Who might you be?
You can call me Elwyn.
I am Sir Bryant, commander of Lothering's remaining Templars. You don't seem like the other refugees. Are you one of Arl Eamon's knights?
I'm a Grey Warden, actually.
I see. Tairn Logain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope.
The Grey Wardens did no such thing.
I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tairn claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
Are you in charge, sir?
The revered Mother leads this flock. I merely command her Templars. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all we can do to protect the innocent.
How do Templars fight against magic?
We have more than swords at our disposal. We're taught to dispel unholy magics as well. If only our powers work to keep away the Darkspawn. Alas, it is not so.
Are you the only protection this village has?
Our ban was summoned by Tairn Logain, and he took his soldiers north with him. Lothering has been abandoned.
Where do I find the revered Mother?
In her study, no doubt. Preparing what she will take when we eventually evacuate.
Tell me about something else.
If the matter is important, certainly.
You heard any recent news?
Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tairn Logain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster.
What do you mean?
Tairn Logain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner, and the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
What is wrong with Arl Eamon?
Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donnell, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
About those bandits outside the village.
Maker's breath. How many times must we drive them off?
They won't bother you again. I killed them.
All of them? By yourself?
It's true. I saw it from my post. It was over so fast, we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it.
No.
Will
no,
you accept
no.
a
need
small
more than I
reward
do.
for your service? That is very generous of you. If it interests you, there is a Chanters board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
Seems. Is there any other help you can offer?
I cannot openly help you, I fear, but... Here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need.
Things seem very dire in the village.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
I need some information.
If the matter is important, certainly.
You heard it?
Only if you're interested in the business of mages.
I am. Tell me.
I have heard word that the Templars who watch over the Circle of Magi's tower have called for the rite of annulment. Hopefully I've heard wrong.
Why? What is the right of
If the
annulment?
rite of annulment is invoked, the tower and every living soul within will be destroyed.
We need the Circle's help. We should go and find out what's happening.
To have such a call when mages are needed to fight the Darkspawn, something terrible must have happened. I have nothing else to tell you. The only news I care about is the approaching horde.
I've nothing else to ask.
Now, unless there's something else you need,
I need some
if the matter is important, travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you. Greetings, Grey Warden. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic.
And if you
now,
found an unsanctioned mage?
Let us pretend that I was such a mage. What would you do to me?
I have no time to even think about such things right now. My concern is protecting these people. I see nothing threatening them other than the Darkspawn.
How do Templars fight against magic?
We have more than sought, if only our powers work to keep away. In her study, no doubt. Prepare. Our ban was, if the matter is important. None of it is good. Tearn Loghain is set to declare himself. I do not care who takes the what? Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness. Maker's breath, how many times? Sad that it needed to come. Now, unless there's something else you need. It opens the large cabinet on the... They are. We will now. If the matter is important. Only if you're interested. I have heard word that the if the right... I have nothing else to tell you. Now, unless... Travel safe.
I should go. There we go.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
Please, we came here to get away from the fighting.
You, miss, what is your name? You seem quite odd to me.
You would not be the first to think so. But avert your eyes. I will not have you staring over long.
Let's get used to it. I'll be watching you. We want no trouble here. There will be no fighting in here. You've been warned.
I brought my family to Lothering because I
And
thought
when the
it would be
Maker
safe.
spoke, a chant of light scattered in the dark.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tearn Loghain.
Oof.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Shouldn't you be fleeing the Darkspawn?
My mission takes priority. But I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts.
I was hoping to meet our Eamon, in fact.
Why is that, if I may ask?
We need his help against Tearn Loghain.
I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tearn Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tearn has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern.
Is there any point? Do you think? Is there any point going to Redcliffe?
He may be dead already, Or perhaps his luck has changed in the weeks I have been gone.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
Did you say
If
that about
nothing
the
else,
mages?
I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
So your quest for the ashes brought you here?
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
Tell me more about this urn of secret ashes.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
I'd like to hear what have you learned.
If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that once Sir Henrik arrives.
Who's Sir Henrik?
My fellow knight and travelling companion. He is delayed, though.
Speaking of which, your friend Sir Henrik is dead. I have something than his.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
I dealt with the bounties that killed him.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
I should go.
With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, good sir. You have been most helpful.
Let those who cry out from the shadows be comforted. Let those who seek redemption be delivered.
Who are you?
Those who have sinned
Can you
be
protect us?
forgiven.
Oink. Yoink. I need a rogue.
An enduring perseverance.
And then shall the Maker return to us. And then shall the Maker return to the Black City in heaven.
There will be no
And
fighting
then
in
shall
here.
the chant of
You've
life
been
make
warned.
it pure.
Duly noted.
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here.
Who are you?
I am the revered mother of this Chantry. Traditionally, those who seek my blessing tithe first.
What type is acceptable?
Might I suggest 30 silver?
I can offer 5 sovereigns.
These poor souls will weep at your generosity. Thank you. What can I do for you, then?
I am a Grey Warden. I need your help.
A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Logain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws.
So I've heard, but it's Logain who betrayed the king.
Tairn Logain? That is as hard for me to believe as his condemnation of the Wardens. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else,
Can you provide any help to the Grey Wardens at all?
I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village and Chantry. The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now, if there is nothing else?
I was hoping to receive your blessing.
For a Grey Warden? Yes. You have a difficult road to walk, don't you? In Andraste's name, I call upon the Maker to watch over his child and creation. Watch over his path, O Maker. Give him light in darkness. So let it be. Now, if there is nothing else,
perhaps I should go.
may the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
In the darkness, the words is
Look, I tend to found more gold than I can spend on, so why not?
What do you wish of me?
Never mind.
Have you seen my mother?
That depends. Who's your mother?
She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came And Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Do you know where your father is?
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
Come with me, I'll help you look for your your mother.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
Here, take the silver, buy something to eat.
A whole silver! Wow, thank you. So, are you really an elf?
Yes, why do you ask?
Father says elves aren't very nice, but you're nicer than everybody here. Thank you for helping me.
I want to go home.
Greetings to you, good sir. If it isn't too much to ask, might you spare some bread or anything?
What happened to you?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves like us. Surely you understand.
I met those bandits. They're dead now.
You killed them?
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
I'm just here to keep watch.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
What did I do?
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something?
I am indeed. Let's see what you have. My strength is too low. Oh yeah, okay,
Your word?
What now?
there we go. Good as new. Mushroom.
Stop looking at me, mongrel. I have nothing you want. Why do you keep staring at me so, you flea-ridden beast? Can you not tell when you are not wanted? I enjoy company of creatures of the wild, not stench-ridden domesticated wolves.
Yeah.
And
She
he
gets better, she
persists.
gets better, she gets better.
Maddening!
What will happen to us now that the king is dead?
What do you need?
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
What do you need traps for?
Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his... Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Bartlett has poison traps on his land?
He doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric.
Why don't you buy some?
None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields.
Sorry, I can't make traps.
I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Like, who the fuck would invest skill points into traps? Nobody uses traps in Dragon Age. Seriously.
So can you surrender to a Darkspawn? Do they take prisoners?
I hear they eat you.
I heard they just got slaves. Take you underground and make you work.
You ever hear of any ex-slave? They just get sick and die, I bet.
You may be right. No surrender then. Did you see the new recruiters out?
I'd keep your voice down if I were you.
Well, look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Logain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description, and everyone said they hadn't seen one?
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there is no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
Oh, I need to...
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
I don't know where to put them. Ah! Oh. What makes you think we're traitors?
Tern Logain claims the Grey Wardens betrayed the king. Or haven't
Yeah,
you heard?
I'm playing dumb.
Enough talk! Take the warden into custody. Kill this sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right, let's make this quick.
Be wary.
Okay.
As you wish. Oh no, you don't! Move and tear it! Strike it! On it, as you wish.
Oh, look! Alistair is dead again.
Here comes trouble!
All right, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
Yeah, that escalated. Take a message to Logan.
What do you want to tell him?
But the Grey Wardens know what really happened.
I'll tell him. Right away, now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
And who are you anyhow? I see. Where'd sister learn to fight like that?
I wasn't born in the Chantry, you know. Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
I'm Ellen. Pleasure.
They said you were a Grey Warden. I'm surprised you're an elf. But elves must want the Blight defeated as much as humans, no? I know after what happened you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
Why so eager to come with me?
The Maker told me to.
Can you elaborate?
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
People here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Ah, there we go. Almost forgot about this. And this. Very well. We're not turning away help when it's offered.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Sorry, Darkspawn, but we need a rogue.
Indeed.
Idle time is wasted time. Let's get on it.
Yep. The waiting around part
Yeah.
is...
Alright, thanks for stopping by.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Got food?
Whole mess of refugees come in and leave near every night. All have hungry bellies, sad tales, and mementos for barter. I sold that bleeding merchant outside about half my larder 2 weeks back, and now he's charging outrageous sums for all my food.
Don't worry about him. I took care of it.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
Go ahead, what you got? Yeah, she can wear that. So not used to the controls.
You're here about... I got other gear to sell.
Know any whale painting work in Lothering?
Check the chanter's board by the no,
I have dabbled in such things.
I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice.
Any anti where I can get some ingredients?
Well, there's herbs in the North Wood. As for other stuff, look around town. So, I don't really know what you need, though. I might have some in stock, too.
What you got? A poisonous proposition. How do I,
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
How should I, how can it be of service?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Grab the barrel.
You're gonna make more trouble? We've about all we can stand in Lothering now.
Sorry about the mess.
They had it coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. So long as you don't start more, I won't get excited. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house.
I don't suppose I have any rooms?
Look around. People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. That's how many rooms I don't have.
Have you heard any rumors?
Some folks aren't happy about Tyrn Logain being named Regent. There are rumors he had something to do with the king's death. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you ever heard? The Darkspawn killed him, sure enough. If Tyrn Logain couldn't save the king from that inn, then nobody could. Anything else I can get you?
Heard any other rumors?
With King Cailan dead, the throne falls to Queen Anora. She's made her father the regent, however, at least for now. I think Cailan's father, old King Merrick, would have approved. Anything else I can get you?
Heard any other rumors?
With a defeat at Ostagar, it'll be inevitable that the Darkspawn hordes start moving north soon. They have no one standing in their way, do they? Anything else I can get you?
Heard any other rumors?
I hear news from Dinnerham that Tyrn Logain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. Anything else I can get you? I've heard a lot of stories of bands of Darkspawn roaming the countryside far north of the Kokori Wilds. They just seem to appear out of nowhere and disappear just as fast. Anything else I can get you?
Heard any other rumors?
I heard from some travellers that something bad might have happened in Redcliffe, overrun by Darkspawn, maybe. There's no word from the village at all. A merchant friend of mine said he encountered someone fleeing the place and there was nothing waiting for him there but death. He wisely turned around and came right back. Anything else I can get you?
Heard any other rumors?
I hear tell they held a funeral in Dinnerham for King Caelan. The Grand Cleric called for a full day of mourning and there was a procession a mile long passing by the brazier. It's too bad they don't have a body to properly burn. What happened to him at the hands of those creatures, it's unthinkable. Anything else I can get you?
Heard any other rumors?
Thank the Maker we didn't lose Tyrn Logain at Ostagar. He pulled his troops out just in time, so it said. Without him, we'd be lost. Anything else I can get you?
Heard any other rumors?
I hear the Dwarven King is passed on. Old as he was probably poisoned or assassinated. That's how the dwarves normally go out, isn't it? Anything else I can get you?
Heard any other rumors?
Something's going on at the Mage's Tower at Lake Callanhod. Nobody knows exactly what, though, and the Templars aren't saying. Exactly what we need, isn't it? Let's hope the Mages are just cooking up something to deal with the Darkspawn. Somebody should be, after all. Anything else I can get you?
Heard any other rumors?
I hear from folks travelling the East Roads that there's werewolves in the Brazilian forest. Actual werewolves. They haven't been around since the days of Dane and his ilk. Anything else I can get you? I hear that Tyrn Logain, the regent, is caught. Thing is, there's not a lot of spare men to be found. Out of Dragon's Peak. Anything else I can get you? There's knights from Redcliffe spread. More likely they got. Anything else I can get you?
Who were those men I fought exactly?
When Tyrn Logain marched by, he left those fellas behind to look for Grey Wardens. I suppose that's you.
Yes, it is.
I have no qualm with you, whatever the Tyrn says. My grandfather served. Your secret's safe with me. What can I get you then?
Have you heard any rumors?
I heard a strange rumour the other day. King Caelan was not really Merrick's son, you see. I suppose they feed him cakes all day to keep him content. Maybe he's simple. Anything else I can get you? Some hunters who range into the Brazilian... Anything else I can get you? I'm hearing many tales of... Just yesterday, a farmer told me about the kitten his daughter had. His daughter was delighted. At least until it... Anything else I can get you? I've heard a rumour that the reason Queen Honora has never produced an heir is until someone of royal blood is put on the... Anything else I can get you? Luck speed your...
Okay, that's a lot of rumors. Let's go.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see
So
the
look at the
stock?
ingredients.
Oh, sad to hear it. There should be enough around to make some. Any luck with that poison? Oh, there should be enough around.
Okay, what's my quest? Should do the trick. Okay.
I'll have no fighting in my kitchen. Out with you.
But you do have a problem with looting.
What now?
Hee Oh my gosh.
So how is it that Terran Logain survived when even the Grey Wardens didn't make it out of that place down south?
I heard he saw just in time what those Grey Wardens were doing and saved his men. He's a hero, that's what he is.
Sorry.
Mozambique, Morrigan. Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there. No one else.
Mother occasionally had company.
What's next?
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
No, you really don't.
What now?
Okay. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Ileana?
Just like you wanted.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
What's going on here?
Ever since good King Kalen passed, refugees and soldiers have been passing through. I'm the elder here, and I've my hands full making sure refugees don't turn to petty theft, or worse. Sir Bryant at the Chantry is seeing to matters of defence and such. He'd have more of an ear for your type. Too much to do.
You need any help?
I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
I don't, but my friend does.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supply. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Yes.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
I didn't eat them. Here you go.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
Ooh, 50 silver.
You
Nice.
accuse me of thievery.
Why, from my car.
Your grassland
not
eyes are
see my
inept.
refugee.
A chastened
They
would
can't be
never
on me.
stoop to petty theft. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
How do you live without the forest all around?
The carnage we left in the
That
wilds was
marshman stole
horrifying.
from me. I know it.
Shokke basitisra, marade starit. Ade starit, merade twasit, aban. You aren't one of my captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace.
What are you?
A prisoner. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
Kunari?
If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming. Though it matters little now. I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
What did you do to Ambit here?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
That's horrible.
I agree.
Are you guilty?
Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
If you feel guilty about the murder, why did you do it?
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
How long have you been here?
20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most.
That's a long time to live without food or water.
Compared to your kind, maybe.
Capturing you must have been difficult.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
You didn't resist capture?
I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Why?
Because I wished to.
Aren't you interested in seeking atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
So you would prefer to die?
I would prefer to die in battle, but my choices have been made.
Huh. You could help me defend the land against the Blight.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
Yes, I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Would the revered mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave you for now.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
Is that for me? Really?
Nice. Alright, let's go to the church, talk to the Reverend, and convince her. Though I don't really have a lot of money. Okay. I do your thing.
It's done.
Ooh, thank you.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you, then?
I want to talk about Stan, the Canary you imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
What did he do?
He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Canary gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Canary just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
Are you certain he did it?
He confessed quite readily, but would give no reason for the crime. Even the seasoned knights who apprehended him were disturbed by the carnage. However docile he appears, do not be fooled. That Canary is a danger.
What is cause innocent for this people?
The Maker demands justice, regardless of his race.
Is there a way I can convince you to release him?
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might release him into my custody.
And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence.
Oh?
With us, the Canary might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Good thing I brought Liliana along. Ooh. Ooh. I'm looking at my connection. It's like it's suddenly lagging. Let's wrap this up. Yeah, I knew this is going to be a shorter one than
usual.
usual.
About how stupid I am. I'm not stupid, am I?
If you need to ask
Okay.
the question...
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Because it hurts my manly feelings, you know. Or one of them.
Then I'll be sure to write you an apology once all of this is over.
I was educated by the Chantry. I studied history. They don't make stupid Templars.
Then I must have been mistaken. I'm very impressed.
No, you're not. You're not even listening to me.
My, you are smarter than you look after all. Your Chantry must
Okay, we're
have
good.
been very proud.
That was a hell of a lag spike.
You wish something more of me?
I have the key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
How can you help us exactly?
I have spent my life in the Vanguard. I know war, and your lands need all the help they can get.
Very well. No, very well. I'll let you out.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
And what if you don't lead you to my atonement?
Then I will find it myself. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Oh, blast it.
Yes.
Oh shit, you don't have a weapon. Let's get that fixed. Oh, and armor. There we go. Better than nothing, at least.
Huh. Don't suppose you're looking to buy something?
I am indeed. Do you have a great sword? Great sword. That'll do. I want to check the chantry board, just in case. Nothing? Okay. Right, connections needs to be a bit more.
Why are we always attracting danger?
I am ready.
As you wish. Let's get started.
Jesus Christ. There we go.
Fear is your weakness.
Ah, shit, shit, shit.
Watch out! Make a preserver!
Okay, going after the archers now.
As you wish.
Shit.
It is done.
Good to go!
This should be easy enough. As you wish.
Right. Anything? Alright, gotta wait for my health to heal. Distinctive flag my part, otherwise unmarked route at this time. A fruit. I can get more flasks, that would be nice.
I do not like battling these animals.
Let's get started.
Let us end this! You should run while you can.
You're getting sloppy.
Oh shit!
Try to be merciful. Let's end this. Oh, this could be fun. All right, battle it is then. Too easy.
I ran out of potions real quick.
As you wish.
Yes.
Why the fuck aren't you using your bow?
I shall.
Ironically, it's the ranged characters that survived.
Seated. Go.
Hey, I leveled up at least.
Idle time is wasting time. Let's get on it.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe later.
Vinak Hall.
I finished.
Alright, never mind. We just had a bit of a brief lag spike. That, yeah. He should be good. Yeah. Okay.
Please, we need you to get away from the Titans.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Nice. Okay, gonna read that. Read that. I may look stupid, but worth it. More? When bears attack.
Huh.
Do you have any flasks? Fuck, you don't.
Did you speak?
Any luck with that poison?
You're looking for ingredients.
That should be enough for...
Oh, we're gonna need more of these.
What? Indeed.
Any luck with that?
Show me what you got. God damn it. Give me a second.
I've got a cousin in the Templars. He says the mages in the tower out on Lake Helen are all turning into demons.
You were in the Chantry. You are a priest?
No, I was a lay sister of the Chantry.
Which means...
I lived and worked in the Chantry, but I did not take any vows.
So you dabbled in priesthood then?
Oh no, the lay sisters don't have the same sorts of duties as priests at all.
So you were not a priest, did none of them?
Yes.
You were a house guest of the Chantry?
Sort of.
When you put it like that...
Don't...
Okay, just... Do you have any... Okay. Oh, one is good. One is good.
No, I don't think so.
If you must.
This will do.
So...
Any luck with that poison? Oh, you...
I have what you asked for.
Splendid! Yeah.
Nice. I guess.
The dogs were yelping all night long. Smell of the docks.
Alright, more side quests. Let's go. You know what I should save just in case? There we go. This is not appropriate music. Shit. Lots of wolves. Why are you using your knives? Fucking prioritize using your knives! Like, your bow! God damn it! You have the talent for it, not the knives! You found the body of the boy's mother and have recovered her keepsake.
Critters.
Alright, let's make this a little more bearable.
Good to go!
Less fighting, more dying. Blast you.
I should be alright.
Weapons at the ready. This should be easy enough.
Direct me.
Fucking A. Liliana, you're supposed to use your bow, not your knives. Let me clarify on that. Bows, not knives. Okay?
Why are you here?
Excuse me?
Obviously you are no priestess, but shouldn't you be running a shop or a farm somewhere rather than fighting?
You think to tell me my place, Kunari? You are very brave.
It is not done.
But it is done. Do not be such a blind fool.
I speak the truth. It is not I who is blind.
Look around you, then. You see women throughout this land, fighters and mages both.
That has yet to be proven.
Which, that they fight? Or that they are female?
Either.
So I am not truly a woman to you, hmm? 'Tis good to know.
Let him take notice and shine up, and the stars stood all.
Oh boy. Good Christ. Alright, yeah, let's...
Yes?
What do you know of this place?
Lothering? I think it started as a settlement by the river, and then grew when it became the place where two roads... There are always people in Lothering, but many are just passing through.
Let's talk about
Yes?
something else. I like to talk.
Well, here I am.
That vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in.
You dreamed of the blight?
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
Chantry says the Maker has left us.
He's still here. I hear him in the wind and the waves. I feel him in the sunlight that warms my skin. I know what the Chantry says about the Maker, and what should I believe? What I feel in my heart, or what others tell me?
Are you saying the Chantry is wrong?
They said my ideas were blasphemy. But is it so bad if what I believe gives me comfort? If it could give someone else comfort? I know what I know, and no one will ever make that untrue. Yes?
Like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What was life like in the Chantry cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Yes, they tend to be self-righteous.
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
What did you say to them?
What can I say to them? What they believe is what the Chantry says, and the Chantry is infallible, yes? Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now. Yes?
I like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
They don't teach you how to fight in the cloister, do they?
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
What did you do before that?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on. Yes? Well, here I am.
You were a traveling minstrel? You have tales to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Tell me about the Darkspawn.
Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
Know these stories from Orlais?
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais.
That sounds interesting.
A long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
I saw that coming.
Many legends have familiar forms and themes. We enjoy them so because we know them. Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the grand tourney. Now, in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney, but Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered.
Did she win the tourney?
Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the grand melee. Aveline had already bested him in the joust, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
That's terrible.
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier.
Tell me about Darkspawn.
Chantry law says it is man's in ages. So, any land that was touched by the
do you know any
taint.
Phil legend?
I know one, told to me by my mother
Do you
a
know
long
any
time
Phil
ago.
Ferelden
It
legends?
always chill me to the bone. Maybe you have heard of Flemeth?
Flemeth. Morgan's mother was called Flemeth.
Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Flemeth, mother of witches? Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in the mists?
She didn't really introduce herself as such.
Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
Flemeth was once beautiful?
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love.
Ooh, the blood thickens.
Flemeth longed to be with her true love,
I just love
and
what
she
my
and
character said.
Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasin tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Highever, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many chastened men, and with their help begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Kokari wilds.
There was another story I wanted to hear.
Which one?
Do you know anything about the Dalish?
I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in the land of their own.
It didn't last.
The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a wholly exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. They were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish.
What do you know about Andraste?
Andraste
What do you know
was
about
the Maker's
Andraste?
chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker.
How did Andraste die?
Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribes himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Maferath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Maferath made a pact with the Archon Hysarian of Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter.
But Tevinter has the chantry, doesn't it?
The Tevinter chantry claims that in Andraste's last moments, Hysarian's heart softened, and he heard the voice of the Maker telling him to end her suffering. He plunged his sword into her heart, and as her blood washed over his hands, he became one of the faithful. Dissenters said that the Archon only converted because he could not stem the tide of Andraste's cult, and was forced to do so to stay in power. We will never know for sure. Beauty, and Andraste brought the Imperium out of. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathous.
Why did the Maker not save her with his power?
I have thought on this too. Did he withdraw his sight from her at that moment? Where were all the powers he bestowed upon her? This question has come to me many times, and I have no answer. Perhaps there was no way for Andraste to return to the Maker but through her death. We will never know for sure.
Let's move on. Alright, Stan, your turn.
Why are we stopping?
We're working together. I think I should get to know you.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
Are you alright? You were in a cage for that week.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
I've never seen a Kenori before. Tell me about your people.
No.
No? Why not?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of The elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
We're also, aren't we?
Many humans have said that to me. I do not understand it. If I were indeed hostile, you would be bleeding.
So this is you being calm and helpful?
Couldn't you tell?
You said you were in the army.
I am.
You ever fought in a war?
I have always fought in war, elf.
Why do you know your way around a battlefield then?
Some of them. They aren't all alike.
Oh, you always just bad at answering questions?
Generally. I do not see how this matters. Seheron and Parvolan are distant. Ferelden and the Darkspawn are immediate.
What's your hurry?
What a strange language you speak. You say hurry where I would say duty.
Never mind, let's keep going.
As you wish. Yes.
What were you doing in the cage?
Sitting, as you observed.
Very funny.
Thank you.
You don't like me much, do you?
Warden, if I truly disliked you, I would leave. That I am still here, you may interpret however you choose.
You're impossible.
I know. Parshera, was there anything else?
I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
That's enough.
Then I suggest we move on.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
What was the question?
The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
What's an Arishok?
The one who commands the Antam, the body of the Kunari.
So he's the king?
Kunari have no kings.
What do you have then?
Little patience for endless questions.
Well, did you find the answer to his question?
A portion of it.
What is the answer?
Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer.
Why would the Kunari care about the Blight?
Why do you?
Oh, it's my home.
So if this Blight were in Orlais, it could consume the land with impunity. Don't strain yourself pondering that. I do not know why the Arishok sent us. He commands and I go.
You find the answer to this question?
A portion of it.
What was the answer?
Were you not? That is your answer.
Why would the... don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
So what are you still doing here then?
I cannot go home.
Why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
I want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then.
That's enough for that.
Then I suggest we move on.
Let's go. That was easy. Alright, let's get a move on.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Attack!
Watch out! Rob me and you shall pay!
Where do you all come from?
You should run while you can. Another battle, I see.
Move and parry! Strike and kill! Let's get started. No mercy!
Another vanquished.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
That escalated quickly.
What now? It's done.
Oh my god! Switch to the bow.
Watch out. There's Darkspawn over there.
Oh shit! Okay.
Someone help us!
Right.
It's your time to die!
As you wish. This should be easy.
gonna loot all of that.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
You're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
I doubt you want to travel to Grey Warden.
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Let me help with that. Ooh.
Hello.
We'll be off as soon as this mess is cleaned up. Thank you kindly for all your assistance.
All right. All right. I think this is where we're gonna end things here for tonight. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, and well, don't forget to leave me a sub here for Twitch, because I would all appreciate that. Thank you all for watching, and thank you to Dragon Knight Span for stopping by. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So, I'll see you next time. All right. See you later. Bye.